Today I've got something very cool for you indeed. Now, if you're a solo video creator or if you're a video creator as part of a team and you want a bit of software to help you better organize your video projects, maybe you want to get some feedback or your videos to be reviewed before you upload them to YouTube, or maybe you want feedback from a client before you send them your final video work. Well, in today's video, you're gonna love what I'm about to show you. Hey there, welcome to the video. I'm Mark Brown from Editor's Keys, and today's video is actually sponsored by our friends over at Oslo. And Oslo is the tool I'm going to be talking to you about today. This is an incredible tool I've been using for the last 7 days. And it's really good. You know, we work as part of a team here at Editor's Keys. We have a graphic designer, we have myself, we have Lewis who records and edits the video. And of course, at the moment in a global pandemic, some of these days we're working from home and we're not in the office at the same time. So as I mentioned in the intro, maybe you're looking for a better way to get feedback on your video. Maybe you work with clients and you want to give them the opportunity to make some adjustments or at least give you feedback of your video before you give them the final file. Or like me, you work as part of a team and you've got music that you want to choose or decide upon. You've got titles and graphics that you want in your final video, or maybe even thumbnails for YouTube. Well, this is really cool. I'm going to jump into the Mac now and I'll show you how this works. So it's actually very simple. On the left hand side, these little purple icons are your projects. And you can see that I've got two projects that I've got kind of currently live. One is a tutorial for Adobe Premiere Pro, and the second one is actually a promo video for one of our new Final Cut keyboard covers. So let's start with this one first. So essentially you have different sections within a project. You've got files, file requests, review links, and chat. And I'm going to guide you through each part step by step. First of all is files. Now this is where you just drag and drop all of the elements that you want to possibly include in the video, maybe things you want to review, and you would throw these in here. So I've got two backing tracks, I've got two thumbnails, and we've got a rough cut of the final video. Now it gets a lot better than this. So when you jump in here, I'm going to double click this rough cut of the video and you'll see the video loads up. This has been uploaded to Oslo, so you know it's not on my computer. I can access this from my iPad, I can access it anywhere in the world, and I can watch a rough cut of the promo video that Lewis has created for us. And as you can see, if we scroll through this, you can notice these little icons here at the bottom of the screen. Now this is where I've made some little notes of some edits that needs to happen along the way. And you can see here, I've actually been able to annotate on top of these. So you can see here, it's looking a little flat. So I've added a note here that says, can we increase the contrast here? And what I like about this is when you click one of these notes, it takes you directly to that part of the video. So how many times have we all been there when you send someone a rough cut of a video and they say, oh, can you just change that thing, you know, halfway through the video? And you're like, hey, what thing are you talking about? Where in the video? Exactly what frame? And you know, they write it down, they write the time code down, and you're still not really sure. This is what makes Oslo so great, is that you can see here, we've got these little elements of dust here on the MacBook Pro screen that we'd like to remove. We didn't notice them when we were filming. So you can see here, I've got this remove dust particles that is for Lewis, so he can go in and just sort of airbrush these out. So what you can do, if I just toggle the annotations on, you can actually draw across these. So let's just say I want to circle these dust particles here, or I might want to say, you know, let's use the shot where we don't have the Photoshop icon in it, something like that. This is so much more visual than just some handwritten notes. And it's going to save you time because you don't have to sort of play the whole video through every time you want to see a new comment. And what's great, you can invite your team members in, you can invite people in up here, and they can reply to this, they can add notes on it themselves, and then they can add new files to the project. So that's really cool. That's one of the best features, I think. You can actually play all of your audio projects here. So I've got an audio file here that we've got from Epidemic Sound because we use those for our backing tracks. So we can go through and preview. So me or Lewis can put together 2 or 3 songs that we think might work for maybe one of our YouTube videos or one of our promo videos. We can all have a listen, and then we can leave comments and vote on which one we think is the best, which has been working really, really well. Next up is file requests. Now, I'm only working with people here within the company, but let's just say you are a solo freelancer, but occasionally you work with third-party companies, or you work with graphic designers that you don't necessarily know particularly well, but you trust them enough to work in a project. You can actually share a link to them like so, and then this works as a transfer page. So they're not in your back end of your project with access to all of your files. They can simply drag and drop maybe the thumbnail, maybe some extra graphics you want on your project. They can drag and drop them here, and they will appear in your files section of your project. And that's really, really cool. Another great feature if you're a solo entrepreneur or a solo creator working on video projects. Next up is the review link section. So here is where you can create a link that can be reviewed. You can actually see if people have viewed the link too, which I think is very, very handy. So you know what it's like sometimes you send someone an email, a couple of days go past, and you get on the phone and they say, oh yeah, I looked at that, I saw that. With this, you can actually check if they have viewed it and they have taken any action on the project parts at all. So that's really, really cool. And then finally, we have chat. So this is excellent. If you have multiple projects, now we sometimes here at Editor's Keys could have 10 video projects running at once. When we do trade shows, like when we go to the NAB trade show, we might have filmed 10 videos in one day. We might be working on some product promos. We might be working on a couple of extra bits of YouTube content from the past. This is going to be fantastic because emails get lost. You know, you start replying about one project, another team member who hasn't been around for a couple of weeks jumps in and they're not sure what you're talking about. So this chat section links directly to each project. So you can see here, I've been chatting to Rob about this today. I mentioned, could you film the keyboard today? He's put, yeah, no problem. And then I've put, could you upload the thumbnail options for this project? So he did that earlier on, and he uploaded this thumbnail here. So I went into this, I love the thumbnail, but I thought, you know what, due to the way that this will load up on YouTube, it's going to be very, very small, this text here. So I've put a little comment in here saying, can you increase the size of the titles? He's gone in to the chat and he said, yeah, he agrees. He's going to make that bigger right away. And now that thumbnail is uploaded. What I like here is when you tag someone, they will get a little notification up the top here, and they will also get an email from Oslo. So they're not going to miss this notification. You know, if you just drop an email to someone, there's the potential that they could miss that altogether. In Oslo, they're getting the bell notification, it's coming up, it's recorded here forever, and they also get the email notification, which is really, really great. So Rob has edited that thumbnail from home in Photoshop, and then he's uploaded it to Oslo here, and he's put it in needs review. So I can open that up. I can say, yeah, Rob, that looks great. That's much bigger and better. I'm happy for that. He's got it in needs review. I can then say, yeah, that's ready to publish. That goes green. And then, because I'm not actually doing the video editing, Lewis will be doing this tomorrow. He can come in and he can say, right, that looks like the right thumbnail we're going to use. This one, I can set this to ready to publish. And then he can come in, he can view the rough cut of the video that we've done. He can look through the notes. He can make those edits very, very quickly. And then he can come here to our file section and he can see straight away in an instant that this is the background music we need to use. And this is the thumbnail we need to use when we upload it to YouTube or wherever it's going to. And that's absolutely fantastic. Now let's say Lewis has made all those edits and he's put the final file up here once again for me to review, but it's kind of like the finished product. Let's say it was this file here because we're still working on this one. You can actually publish it directly to YouTube. So he hasn't got to send me a kind of long, heavy link or send me a hard drive or anything like that. He can just upload the final file. If I'm happy with it, I can put I'm happy with it, and we can publish it directly to YouTube as private if we want, and then add tags and things in later. So it really is a one-stop shop for creating your projects, getting feedback from your team, having all of the files there ready for use. And what I like as well, what we've noticed a few times is sometimes when we get music tracks, there might be 3 or 4 that we think about using. And of course you only use 1 or 2, maybe even 1. You can see the one that you used. You can see that that one was the one ready to publish. And then you free up some of the elements of your project to use it in another project. I found that really, really cool. And because the projects are separated here on the left-hand side, it's easy as well to jump into different projects. Now, you know, we're a team of 3 when it comes to the video projects here, but sometimes we do work with video editors across the other side of the world, maybe in America or Canada. And this is going to be fantastic because if it's me working with 2 other video editors in Canada, and I'm not going to be working with Rob and Lewis on this project, they're not going to see this. I can just invite them into this project and the other one, and then for the project I'm working on with 2 guys from Canada, I can invite those into that project, and they will just see that project. My guys here will just see the projects they're working on, and it keeps it super clean. Now, what's also great about this is that Oslo is free for a basic package. If you're a single user, let's say, you can download it now or subscribe to it, join up now, and you can get it for free. If you've now got up to 3 members of your team, it's only $12 a month. And I think for the time this is going to save you, this is definitely worth a look. So let me know what you think of Oslo in the comment section below. If you've got any questions as well, I've been using this now for over 7 days. Absolutely love it. We're going to continue to use it here at Editor's Keys. Check out the link. Let me know if you've got any questions or comments, and I'll see you in the next video.